Mate, I constantly forget about the lighting in this room. Annoying, man. I'm gonna sort it out. Just need some like blackout curtains or something. There we fucking go. Oh, it's nice to be back. Now, I did do a recording a few days ago, but I just didn't like it at all. I was talking about the John Haggerty Superlek fight. I basically went on this like big rant about why Superlek is called Superlek and why TIE fighters had super in their name and bullshit like that. But I didn't actually have a lot of knowledge on the fight. So I had more knowledge on their names, but not on the fight. It's fantastic, really. But I'm back at work now. So I'm looking at doing videos every 2 days now. So one night I can record and then maybe do some editing on my break at work, or just do editing in the evening. That sounds like a fucking plan to me. But really, I want to talk about something that's just come out yesterday in the news. It's about a specific someone that we do not like on this channel. Someone that I really, really fucking hate. And that man is none other than Jon Jones. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this whatsoever. Jon Jones has been charged with 2 misdemeanors in that same case I was talking about recently of the drug testing lady and him threatening to kill her and taking her phone and whatever. I'll be talking about where this leads. What happens to the heavyweight division? What happens to the heavyweight title? I mean, Jon Jones is out here again, boys. I've got me a cream soda. It says Jones is charged with assault, a petty misdemeanor, and interference with communications, which is also a misdemeanor. The interference with communications comes from the fact that he took the woman's phone. Oh yeah, and then he claimed that he accidentally picked it up thinking that it was his phone. The guy is too smart, mate. He's so clever. His hearing is tomorrow morning in American time, so that's like 2 p.m. English time. Now, there's certain things I like and certain things I dislike about the punishment for this. It said if he's convicted of both full charges, he could face up to a year in jail and a $500 fine. And then maybe on top of that, a $1,000 fine. Mate, that's too much money. Jon Jones, you know, he hasn't got any money whatsoever, you know what I mean? Let's fine him. Let's fine him $1.5 grand for threatening to kill someone. Take a fucking larger sum of this guy's money, yeah? Actually punish him. The guy's like probably a fucking multi-millionaire and you're charging him $1.5 grand. Like, I mean, look, the information could be false. He could maybe have not, you know, threatened to kill this lady. He may not have meant to pick up her phone. But if he did, and he does get charged for this, he does get found guilty for these misdemeanors, where does this put the heavyweight division? What happens to the heavyweight title? We could have a situation on our hands, right, where Dana's just like, you know, it's only a year, and he may not even be facing up to a year in jail. You know, if it's like 6 months, we'll let him hold the belt for another 6 months. And then Tom Aspinall can just do whatever he wants to fucking do, you know, just sit there, unfairly sit there and not fucking fight for the actual title. Or he could do the right thing and just strip him of the belt. And what does that mean if Jon Jones gets the belt stripped off him? Finally, which should have happened a fucking while ago. That means Tom Aspinall will get the belt because he's the interim champion. Or we have like a title deciding bout where 2 fighters fight for the title. I need a poo like really fucking bad. Gee. I'll be back. I'm back from my shit. I've just been doing some research on the toilet. You know, the best place to do your research. I've discovered some things that I don't like about the UFC title. Okay? I should probably say this last, but I'm going to say it first. Defending champions are protected whilst they're inactive. They keep their champion status and their belt, only having their undisputed reputation replaced as defending. Okay. On the other hand, interim champions are quickly replaced altogether by another fighter if they're inactive, especially if the defending champion is ready to fight again. This was the case when the UFC stripped Tony Ferguson of his interim title because of a knee injury, keeping him out of his fight against Khabib. Meanwhile, the UFC kept Khabib as the champion throughout a 9-month suspension. Not even an injury, suspension. I don't get it. I don't agree with it. I think it's a stupid rule. I understand an injury to a certain degree. I know it's not the fighter's fault that they're injured. I know it could be unfair to strip them of their title. But let me tell you something. Now Jon Jones has had these 2 charges put up against him. If he gets found guilty, that title could be stripped. That title should be stripped. Will Dana White strip him of the title? I don't know yet, because I don't know what's going to happen to him. If he serves jail time, I think that he should definitely be stripped of the title. Like 100%. The word interim literally means intervening time, meaning an interim champion is only temporary, as the defending champion hasn't vacated their belt and will return to defend it. Interim champions are the winner of the interim title fight between the two fighters most deserving of the chance, as determined by the UFC matchmakers. The two fighters aren't necessarily the number 1 and number 2 ranked fighters. So the interim belt becomes winnable, you could say, when the undisputed champion becomes inactive for whatever reason. When someone wins the interim championship belt, they no longer are called the undisputed champion. So Jon Jones is now no longer the undisputed champion. He is now labelled the defending champion. Whenever there is an undisputed champion, there may also be an interim champion created in the future. This means there's a possible maximum of 8 male interim champions and a maximum of 4 female interim champions at one time, 1 for each weight class. I think it's stupid. Like, I don't agree with it. Because it's like, you're kind of just fighting for something that means fuck all. Like, if you're the interim champion, you're not the world champion. You're not the UFC champion, you're the interim champion, the intervening champion. So it's like, while Jon Jones is out, healing up his shoulder, doing whatever, boozing up, you're kind of taking his place. But it holds no meaning. The belt holds no meaning. You're not the champion. Look, I hope to see Tom Aspinall win this belt. I hope to see Tom Aspinall take this belt from Jon Jones. But we're not going to see it the way that we'd like to see it, through fighting, because Jon Jones has been ducking Tom Aspinall, without a doubt. He's so focused on this Stipe Miocic fight for some fucking reason. Stipe Miocic, 40-year-old, inactive fighter, hasn't fought for like 2 or 3 years since he fought Ngannou and got viciously folded. But what I'd like to see is Tom Aspinall win the title fairly. And we will see this, I think. I think this is the most likely possibility and the most likely thing that we're going to see soon. We have the possibility now of Ciryl Gane versus Alexander Volkov 2. Now, with Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blaydes coming up in a few weeks, like 2 weeks' time, actually, we could potentially see the winners of both fights fight each other for the vacant title, the actual title. And then that way, we see Tom Aspinall fairly win the world title. I don't think Ciryl Gane wants that Tom Aspinall fight, okay? Maybe if you put a world title on the table, it might persuade him a little bit more, you know? Give him a little bit more ching, yeah? We've seen Tom beat Volkov quite easily, actually, via armbar. And personally, I think Aspinall absolutely kills Curtis Blaydes. On paper, it's a tough fight, but I don't think it will be. But in terms of people who are actually deserving the title, I'd like to see Volkov v Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall has waited far too long for this title opportunity. And Volkov has built himself up to that world title. He just beat Sergey Pavlovich and demolished him, battered him. Never seen anything like it. What else could I talk about? Oh yeah, Rose Namajunas, Thug Rose, battered Tracy Cortez the other night. I've heard it was very one-sided. I haven't yet watched it because I had to go back to work. Also, the England Euros final was on Sunday, so I'm not staying up until 5 in the fucking morning. Right, getting about 2 hours sleep and then watching the Euro final, because genuinely I think I would want to die after that shit performance. Rose actually knocked Tracy Cortez's fucking eyelash off, right, mid-fight. Who the fuck fights with fake eyelashes on? Like, what? Like, haven't you got bigger fucking priorities? Look, there should be a lot to talk about within the next coming weeks, whether that's regarding the boxing or the UFC. There's a lot of stuff going on with Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen right now, which I'm interested in. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and please don't forget to push that notification bell to be updated with my latest content. I upload every 2 days now, even though I've just had an 8-day layoff. Sorry. Also, there's a link down in the description to my Amazon wishlist if you want to go and help support the channel and help me out. Feel free to. You don't have to. No pressure whatsoever. Anyway, guys, I've been a Not So Combat Specialist because I suck. Oh, yeah, and fuck Jon Jones.